Welcome back, everyone. Today's video is the final of a three-part series on creating and using a sketch effect macro. I have two more examples of ways you can use the sketch effect for amazing images in Affinity Photo 2. We'll start today in the wonderful city of Seattle, Washington. Then, we'll move on to the world-famous Louvre in Paris. All right, here we go. I found this wonderful image of Seattle on pixabay.com. I'm going to make a composite image adding a hot air balloon and some text, and then work in the sketch effect. I really just want one balloon. So, I'll go to my selection brush tool in the left-hand toolbar, make sure the balloon layer is selected, and paint over it to make a selection. You can click the right square bracket key to make the brush bigger for faster selection, or click the left bracket key to make it smaller to get in the fine details. That looks pretty good. Now, I'll just press the Command or Control plus C to copy the balloon, and Command or Control V to paste it into a new layer. I can now right-click on the original balloon layer and select Delete to get rid of it. Then, I'll select Command or Control D to deselect the balloon. Next, we're going to make a duplicate copy some of the city. I'll use my selection brush tool to select the areas I want to copy. I've sped this up a bit so you don't get bored. Remember, you can use those square bracket keys to make the brush head bigger or smaller. And you can hold the Option or Alt key while painting to remove unwanted selections. Okay, that looks good. I'll now click on the Refine tool at the top. Actually, that looks really good as is, so I'll just select Output to a new layer to paste this copied section on top of the background layer. Now, I'm going to use my artistic text tool in the left-hand toolbar to type the word Seattle in all caps. I'll use my favorite font, Impact, drag the cursor to size it and then type away. I'll drag on the corner nodes to size it a little bigger, and then I'll drag and drop the text layer between the cutout and the background layers. I'll use the Move tool to move the text layer up a bit, and then I'll select the balloon layer and move it over and make it a little bigger. Okay, a few more adjustments, and yeah, this all looks great to me. Now, I'll select the bottom three layers, right-click on them and select Group. Then, I'll right-click on the group and select Rasterize to turn them into one pixel layer. Alright, now comes the sketch effect macro. I'll leave a link to the part 1 of this series if you haven't already recorded your own. I'll go to Window in the menu and select Library. Then, I'll select the sketch effect I created a few days ago. I can already see that this sketch looks awesome. I'll close out the panel by clicking the three lines at the top right and scrolling down to Close Panel Group. Now, I'm going to add back in a little color by clicking the little dot by the HSL adjustment to turn it off. I want to give the balloon a slightly brighter color. So with the balloon layer selected, I'll go to the blend modes and play around with them a bit. I think linear light looks great. Okay, that's a wrap on this one. Let's move on to the Louvre in Paris. I'll start by using the pen tool to select the beautiful golden pyramids. Since it's mostly straight lines, it's a pretty easy selection, but I can use the Node tool to make any adjustments that I need. After I make the pen selection, I'll just click on the Node tool and straighten things out a bit so they are more precise. Then, I'll click back on the pen tool and then click the word Selection in the top toolbar. I'll select Command or Control C and Command or Control V to copy and paste the pyramids onto a new layer. Okay, now I'll select the background layer and then open up my library by going to Windows in the menu, and then Library. Then I'll select the sketch effect again. I think this is a super cool effect. I love how the pyramids really stand out. Now, I'm going to close out the panel group to get it out of the way. Then, I'll select the top and bottom layers while holding the Shift key to select them all. I'll right-click on them and select Merge Visible to put them all on one layer. Next, I'm going to click Command or Control-J to duplicate the background. I want to put some color into the sky, so I'll use my Selection Brush tool to select the foreground. Then, I'll click the Mask button at the bottom of the Layers panel to mask the selection off. Finally, I'll select the bottom layer and go to the Adjustments button at the bottom of the Layers panel. There, I'll select Recolor and I'll play with the slider a bit until I get a color I like. I think I'll go with a nice, dusk-like blue. Alright, that's about it for today. If you learned something and want to see more of this kind of content, please click those like and subscribe buttons. And, if you're feeling generous, this channel runs on caffeine. There's a link to buy me a cup of coffee in the descriptions. Not necessary, but certainly appreciated. Have a great day, everyone.